And now I'm just going to quickly go over the basics of how you actually set up the system. I wanted to show that in this video as well because this version is 3.4. The previous video that I had uploaded was a very early alpha and had quite a few bugs. This is going to be the complete release version, and a few things on this one have changed. There's a few command changes. The personality system has been fixed up to work very well. Also, I've added an additional cube to the prim set that you link to your horse, which is how your horse gains experience. I'll res that out here in just a second to show you it. A lot of the changes that I did in this particular version in 3.4 were for compatibility with resing multiple horses in a certain area so that you didn't have to res your horse, pick it up, res a different horse, pick it up. And so by editing that, it just made it a little bit easier for people to use. I've also added in a couple of scripts to this version that will auto alpha it when you link it up to your horse. It just makes things a little bit easier and more streamlined. And now I'm going to be resing out my Arabian that's named Nayberry, and I'll be showing how to unlink the system from this particular one because she has an earlier version attached to her. This is what you would do if at any time you wanted to stop playing Horse Life. You would simply click your horse, click the unlink button that's in your teeglehorses menu, and then find it in the list that pops up and click the corresponding button. Once you have each piece unlinked from the horse, then you can go ahead and find it and delete it. You can see it there, light up yellow right next to her. And then I just simply click and delete each piece. I'll res out a new version here in just a second. I'm going to delete the one that I pre-resed out. Just so that the script is nice and fresh before I link it to the horse. If you ever mess up at any time during the setup of the system, you can easily delete it and re-res another copy. And then here I'm going to just name her with the same command that it tells you to use in the little info message when you first res it. The command for naming your horse is /251. Anything that you enter after the 251 command is going to be saved permanently as your horse's name. If you want to rename your horse at a later date, you'll have to unlink the system and completely delete it and start fresh with a new prim. Then after you name your horse, it's a good idea to go ahead and set up the personality before you link it to the horse. I like doing it this way. You can change it after you link it to the horse, but I find it's just easier to set it up like this and then not worry about it. That way, if you mess up with setting up your personality, you can delete it and re-res it as needed. If you want to know which personalities the prim has installed, you can edit linked and click the blue prim, which is the personality cube, and the contents of that will be the main script, but also each note card that has a personality. This is also the part that you would edit if you want to install a custom personality. There will be templates included for you to edit and put in here to have custom personalities. For this particular horse, I decided to pick Wild as her personality. Now, personalities, what they do is they affect the messages that your horse gives whenever you take care of it. So if your horse's personality is wild and you pet the horse, you'll get a different message than if your horse's personality was gentle and you pet the horse. And all of this is customizable. You can change it to be whatever you like it to be with the custom template that comes with the system. That's my friend there riding on the water horse. He actually was able to install this system onto a water horse. If you want to install this system onto a water horse, it's actually exactly the same setup with one extra step at the very end. Once the system's linked to the water horse, you would simply edit your horse and change its description to the numbers 483. I'll include a little clip at the end here of him and his water horse doing the course on the cones. After you link the system to your horse, it's extremely important that you pick up your horse and re-res it out. If you do not do this step, your horse, when it goes over the jumps, it will not gain experience. And now, after all of that is done, she is ready to play, ready to ride. You can train her and take care of her. And here I'm going to show her going over the jumping course in just a second. On this run of the course, I actually did a little bit better, but I missed one of the jumps absolutely terribly. And that would be it. As you can see, each time she passes through the direct center of the cube, she's gaining agility. And then I forgot exactly where the jump was. Maybe one day I'll learn how to jump. I think I need more training than the horse does. And that's pretty much the basics of how to get it all set up and how the training system works. I really hope that everybody enjoys playing Horse Life as much as I enjoyed developing it. Stay tuned for a few more videos from me on how the system works, and maybe in the future some updates on the system to add more functionality based on viewer feedback. Thanks for your interest in Horse Life, and have fun horsing around.